Okay, everyone, we're getting pretty close here. About 15, 20 more minutes. I'm gonna turn the camera on. We're just running through our sponsors right now, and once again, we always want to thank our sponsors. Obviously, today what we're going to be talking about is going through the girls' Mosconi. I believe I have a picture of that right here. So it's December 12th through the 14th. It's going to be held at the Cliff Event Center. I told all the girls that are playing in it, we have 10 teams, so that would be 60 girls are going to be competing over 3 days. And I'm going to be going over all their information right here live on YouTube. So I'm just going to let the ads run here. I told them all that I wouldn't even be on until about 3, maybe a little bit after. Um, so yeah, hang with us right here if you're on here. So we'll be back on here. I'm just gonna keep letting it run, let people join in. If there's any comments, questions, get them out to me right away, and we'll go from there. Appreciate you. All right, guys, we're back on here. We're gonna give this about 5 more minutes. I know the girls that are involved in this tournament that I'm gonna be talking about. They're gonna be joining in on this live here, and we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna see if this will eliminate some of the time frame for the pre-tournament meeting. I'm gonna be doing the draw. I'm gonna be going over rules. Um, if you feel like that there's anything that I've missed, you guys can always write it down, hit me up on Messenger, and kind of go from there. I'm not saying I've got everything 100%, but I feel like I do, and we're ready to rock and roll. So let's just give it a few more minutes. I see some people are just sent a message to all the ladies and told them that I'm live. I'm going through all of our sponsors right now. Once again, we appreciate all of our sponsors jumping on board with this Peach Pit Live. We've been kind of bouncing around a little bit. I think you guys all seen that last night we had the invite to go up to Pool Sharks up there with Luis. We're really glad we made that trip. If you ever get that invite from him or go up to one of his tournaments, I highly recommend that you do. I was super impressed. They have no doubt they have the best equipment that I've that I've ever seen bouncing around in pool. 2 tables equipped with 4-inch pockets. Pretty equivalent to what we just seen the men's Mosconi play on. Colton had a blast up there, made some new friends, new relationships. We'll see where that takes us. So, see, now we got 3. If somebody could drop a comment on there, I want to make sure that my comments are working on my screen. And then I'll flip the screen over to me so you guys can all see my lovely face. I have all the chips sitting here next to me. When I show them on the camera, they will be reversed because I'm using one of our streaming cameras. I'm not 100% sure on how to get that the other way. So without my oldest son here, I always give him a bunch of credit. Appreciate you, Austin. Without him, I would not know how to do any of this. So I see we're up to 4 on there. What's up, Chris? I see you on there, girl. Not quite sure. I see some of the usernames when they pop up. I apologize, but they're 100%. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast at this event. I have not had enough complaints on this particular event to shy me away from hosting it. I came up with this wild idea about 2 years ago, I think, and my message was simple. It was I didn't feel like that, and I'm not trying to discredit what anybody does at a state level, but with payouts and prizes, I never felt like that the girls or guys, for all that matters, really had the opportunity to play for some pretty good money. So I did this one for the girls. I like the round robin format. There's a reason for it. It gives everybody a fair opportunity to play each and every team. The downside to the round robin is that they are you get very exhausted. I'm hoping that I cleaned up the score sheets this time to kind of like take that time frame down. The very first one that we had, we don't even want to talk about it. Those girls went through hell. Without that tournament, that's really what opened up the eyes for the owner of the building. And they're like, you know what? Let's go bigger and better. So we got more tables. We created the space. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. I'm kind of just rambling on. I'm letting everybody get on here. I will try to call you guys out by name. I see Faith on there. I see Tawny, Cindy, Chris. And As long as I hit all my buttons right. Well, there's me. Sorry for the scoreboard on the screen. I do not know how to get that off. I'm sitting in my kitchen, and I've already had my own kids come in here, Allie included, and say, Dad, what are you doing? You're being a dork. And I'm like, well, I'm feeling like this might help that tournament out just a little bit more. I don't really have the clarity set dead perfect. I do apologize. The cameras are set when we're streaming on the tables, and the settings are tricky, so I don't want to mess with them. You guys can see me well enough. I have a stack of chips right here in my hand. Like I said, when I bring them up to the screen, I know they're going to be in reverse, but that is the dream team right there. That's Tawny Lewis and them. Clyde's gals right here. I'm just confirming that I have everybody's team chip right here in this stack, and I'll show them. I'll put them into a bag, and I'll blind draw them. I do have the round robin thing sitting right here next to me. Give me just a second. I will be writing it all in the order that I draw you. You'll go into this. This is all on paper right now. This will not change. This video is totally live. There is no rigging this bracket whatsoever. You guys obviously know that you're playing every team, one match in the 3 days. And then what I'll do is I'll go on my computer this week when I get home from work in the evening, and I will put it all on a spreadsheet, and it'll be official the day of. Share this in Messenger. Did you officially replace D with Tanya? Yes, I did, Chris. Just confirming what Chris Costello is talking about. D has dropped from the event. They did pick up Tanya Oder. She's an ACS standard from our area, a close friend of mine. I'm sure most of you probably know her. So they have replaced her. If there's any other changes, I know one of the teams contacted me. Somebody fell and broke their elbow. There's been other things that's popped up. I'm 100% confident everybody's got their final lineups in. I don't see any more changes actually happening. So aside that, it'll go over to this. I do apologize for this thing being reversed. I don't want to mess with the camera. This will not stay like this, but here's the complete round robin and the orders. I will read it off if you girls want. I will take a photo, and I'm going to send it to that messenger that we're all in there chatting on. Then you can share it with your teammates. The idea behind the video is just to go over the rules, and you guys can hear it right now. I will have a pre-tournament meeting the day of, and you guys can, if you feel like I skipped something, didn't clearly explain what the rule meant, we'll go over it at that time. I feel like that this is going to really take that time frame down because, girls, we have to get started. You girls that have played in this before know the importance of starting this event on time. We need 2 rounds in on Friday, 5 rounds in on Saturday, and another 2 rounds in on Sunday so you guys can all get back home to your families at a reasonable time. I'm stalling a little bit more time just to let a few more people get in here. I see we got 18 viewing it right now. Slowly when drawing, please give us time to write them down. Yes, Faith, I will 100%. I will go slow. And I was wondering what that noise was. I got a little dog, Izzy, and she's over here drinking water right next to me. But anyways, like I was saying, Faith, after I write these down, it'll all be on this live video. I will snap a photo of it. I will send it directly to you to share with your team, regardless if you get them. So, what's up, Sue? I see you're on there. All right. Well, I think that this is good enough. We have 19 on here, so that's obviously more than the captains that I initiated in the messenger. You know who you are. Um, this is different, ladies. I know that there was some questions. I'm going to try to answer a few questions that popped up. There's some new players in here. There's new teams. This is not the Illoa Cup. Uh, I didn't want to take on that task. What they do with the Illoa Cup with the guys, that's on them, and they do a great job of doing it and running it. And I appreciate that. I was invited to go onto a team with my own son and some buddies, and we had a great time out there in Clive, Iowa, and took third place in it. We felt like complete underdogs going into it. We know we got some talent on that team, but never really know what to expect. I think we were ranked overall, like I told most of you. I think we were like in the bottom three, out of all the teams involved. It just kind of goes to show that in nine ball, and when we're talking bar box nine ball rotation, that anything can happen here. It's fast, it's furious. You got to get the rolls, and anything can happen. So as you're looking through all the players that me and my committee, and I use the term my committee, and here's where I'm at with it. I will own everything when it comes to this event. This is my tournament that I came up with your support, and I've texted you guys multiple times and told you how much I do appreciate it. I do have a daughter that plays, and everybody knows her. Well, most of you probably do, and she was really my kind of my influence on giving you ladies all a fair opportunity to play for some real money. Um, She's on a team this time. Her local team decided that they didn't want to play eight. They don't like nine ball, and I know most of you probably don't. The nine ball is there because it's a faster game, and they can use all the lingo they want that you girls take too much time playing pool. But I'm a guy, and we take too much time playing pool. So there you have it. I said it both ways. Um, playing nine ball, it'll speed things up. There's definitely more drama in it. I kind of like that part of it. I used to hate nine ball myself, but I've learned to really like and respect the game, and that's what we're gonna do. We ran this one other short little go on eight ball, and I decided then that I wasn't ever gonna introduce eight ball in it. I am gonna have to use my cheater glasses here so nobody be laughing at me. I'm getting old. It's getting harder to see these pieces of paper. I'm going to go over this stuff. Let's start with some of these rules. You guys have all gotten them. I sent them in the group text, just confirming that we did. So we are going with no nine ball snaps. There is no snapping the nine ball. That means breaking the nine ball off your break and potting it. If you do, you will either spot and shoot, or you will re-rack it and re-break it. This is a rack your own tournament. There's no three foul. Push outs, yes, they're allowed, obviously. Jump shots are allowed. There's no earbuds to be worn in this event. The reason for the no earbud thing is because the very first one that I had two teams that were concerned that the earbuds were being used for communication. And I think, to be fair, we're not even allowed to wear them at a state level. So that's easy for me to deal with. No earbuds while you're shooting your match. Now, if you girls are wearing your earbuds and you're off the table and listening to your own music, I have no problems with that. But if you wear the earbuds during your match, we will, it shouldn't happen. And if we do, and somebody has a serious problem with it, as the tournament director, will make that decision to either clarify that as foul or whatever. I'm really hoping that we don't get to that point. I don't see it being an issue. No earbuds. The one is on the spot. Obviously, this is nine ball, and the two ball will be racked on the tail. That is consistent with every time that you rack the sequence. The two ball is on the tail of the rack. Let me see here. Close hit. Okay, let's talk about the hits, and I'll tell you what I've got in mind here. Close hits are always going to go to the shooter. You guys all know as competitors that anytime that there's a a risk of a foul during a tournament, you will call an official over to your table and they will watch and clarify if it was a good hit or bad hit. My son, Colton Peach, as most of you guys know, it's going to be the only time I talked about him in this live. Colton will be one of the refs at this event. I have another guy that could be there, and if not, I'll be the other guy. And if you guys do not want Colton Peach as your referee at the table, you guys can come directly to me, and I'll be more than happy to go over it and watch the hit. He did a great job for us last year, and I'm expecting the same out of him this year. He actually enjoyed doing it. So that goes over the close hits. And Scotch, let's talk about the Scotch doubles here real quick. You will stay in rotation each game. The rotation can reset on the new game. Just being clear on that. In a push-out situation in Scotch, and the opponent gives it back, that is their turn in rotation. So if they elected to give it back, that's their turn. I'm waiting to see if anybody, you guys could drop a comment at any time and then like Jason, go back to this rule here and clarify this. The two players at the table when we're playing Scotch doubles, we're changing this up this year. I kind of like this and I'm hoping it goes well. I'm going to allow them to talk. Okay. I'm going to get into the whole coaches thing in here just a second. It's actually on the bottom of the list. There's a lot I want to talk about when it comes to coaches. But in Scotch doubles, the two players at the table, they could talk. It'll be ran like regular Mosconi. If they want to give each other advice, position, or whatever, the coaches will not be able to, they're not allowed to give any sort of timeout in Scotch because the two players can already talk. So you already know that on the score sheet that I sent you, the advanced and master are playing together. The open and the standard and standard. So the two players can talk during their frame. If I want to go over this and be very specific on this one, if the time factor becomes a huge issue, I'm going to have to make a decision to keep pace of this tournament. I went through that just a little bit ago, and I said, you know, I wanted to be as fair as possible to you girls. I really do. But there is a time frame, and we need to get the rounds in. We need 2 on Friday. We need 5 on Saturday, and we need another 2 on Sunday. So if I start to get complaints on that time limit on taking in time limit on talking in Scotch, I don't have it written out to if it's 30 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute. Let's use the lingo reasonable time. Anyways, we'll if I've got to clarify a very specific time, I'm gonna have to put timers on all the tables, and I don't think anybody playing in this really wants that. Reasonable time. We know that we're trying to fire through the vent. I'm not trying to rush you. I don't believe in that. You guys have a lot of money on the line here. As far as your entry, you guys have already seen your payouts. I run a very straightforward tournament, the best that I can. I feel like that all the information, you guys know exactly where every dollar is, what's added, and you guys can calculate it out on that. Time, any more questions on that? Okay. Reasonable time. The two players at the table. I just went through that frame and time factor. I will change it to keep pace of the tournament. Okay, let's go over these. Let's go over the coaches. I did this in the very first one, and it wasn't that I had a lot of complaints come in on it, but I listened to what the coaches had to say. I allowed this in the very first one that I threw, and they said, "Well, Jason, it was a great idea, but I really don't feel like that there was any point of us really." Utilize slow-mo video. Faith, I'm all about calling it by the naked eye. video when you I know that it's used as a practice like in league and maybe like some other types of tournaments. I see it all the time and I see it kind of go both ways. I'm actually kind of a fan of recording the shot. You won't see them do it at state level. I mean, we never see those out in Iowa. We don't see it at Illinois. There's a reason for that because it can create controversy. When you slow mo a video and you're looking at the gist of a good hit, and you're trying to really determine, are we really working with the technology? Do we? I mean, I know the phones are great and all, but is it really going to eliminate the argument overall? I would rather just have somebody go to the table with a competent person and call the hit good or bad. Need to know it's cash only for food and such. Hey, you know what? That's a great question right there. Thanks for bringing that up. I don't know what your it says loving them games or something like that. I think you might have told me who you actually are. And I apologize. Some of you have like usernames on here, and I'm like, I really don't know who that is. Hold on. So at the Cliff Event Center, as far as I know, I appreciate that, Sue. They it is cash only there. They do have a gaming room. They do have ATM. Everything is cash sale in there. As last I knew, I don't think they've upgraded to that. I'm sure you're probably asking because of the last time you were there. Oh, Tawny, I apologize, hon. Uh, I think you told me that before. Yeah, it still is Tawny. It's still cash only. Um, I know that I didn't take any prepay or anything. I know I kind of put that in there and I kind of influence it. I've never been burnt on this event, so I'm gonna say it right now in this live that if one of you 10 teams, um, I won't say burns me, but chooses not to come, my numbers that I posted will slightly be adjusted, but I ain't even gonna talk about that right now because it ain't gonna happen. I've never been burnt on a term, especially one like this. There's too much importance here. I think that you ladies would have contacted me already. I have talked with every single captain multiple times. I've answered millions of questions, and I have no issues with that doing that whatsoever. I've been fair to everybody, the best that I can, and I don't have to keep repeating myself. But I absolutely love running this tournament for you guys. This is my favorite tournament of the year, and it's something I can't even play in. I just enjoy it. Let's stay on the rules here real quick because we're about done with just the rules in general. With the coaches, I wrote that in the script that I sent you already. Just kind of going back over that again. In the team portion, that's your top portion of that score sheet that I sent you. 2 timeouts total. It's 2 timeouts total in that. In Scotch, there is no timeouts by the coach. And in singles, 1 timeout per match. It's per match. So the coach's rules are this. They're very simple. A player can call that timeout or the coach can call the timeout. Your other teammates cannot call the timeout. It's the coach or it's the player in general that's at the table. Coach's rules right here, and I'm hoping I don't have to add any more to this, but I think they're pretty simple. I don't want the coaches going up there, point at the spot. I don't want to see a coach going up there and grabbing a piece of chalk and setting it directly on the strike point of the rail, or taking chalk and identifying it by marking the rail or table. I don't think I have to be real get into a lot of details on this. Walk up as a coach. Maybe some of them are on here, but let them know. It just go up and give the advice, and leave it at that. And on the time frame with coaching, I'm not setting a time right now. I'm just saying that if I start to feel like that it's being abused, that people are going up there and taking 5 minutes and or plus, that's not reasonable time. You know, the coaches that I've seen that are being used by some of the teams, they're pretty respectful players at the least. They have a lot of knowledge. I really don't see that they're when they call a timeout, they're going to be walking the table and they're going to pretty much know exactly what they want to deliver to their family. ACS rules. Yeah, if that's what you want to call it, Sue. I mean, it is. I mean, ACS really doesn't have 9 ball. I mean, per se. I mean, it's pretty much standard rules. Cue ball foul only. You know, things of that nature. And I've already been through all the other ones. Okay, Faith, here you go. This one's for you. I'm not doing the draw yet. I'm going to do the draw towards the end here. These are some time frames, and I don't think any of you guys got this. I'm going to go over them slow. These are the time frames for the cliff and for the event. On Friday, we all decided that we're going to start at 6 o'clock, with exception. Tawny Lewis did tell everybody in the group that she didn't feel like that she can get, hold on a second here, the push out in detail, please. Does it go back to the player who did the push out? No, when here, let me go back to that, Faith. I don't know if I'm getting I'm watching them. I'm pointing. There's another side screen to this stream, and it goes like this. And I'm trying to follow it. Going back to that push out, Faith. In a push out situation, and the opponent and when this is Scotch, we obviously know how singles goes. In Scotch, and your opponent gives it back. That was their turn in rotation. That popped up in my very first Mosconi event. We didn't have a clearly like an identified rule on that. That's why that rule states that now. That is their turn. I hope that answered your question, Faith. I'm going to give you just a second to... And if there's anything more to that, Faith, feel free to shoot me after the live here. Shoot me a messenger. That will be something that I go back over at the pre-tournament meeting. I'm trying to get the basic stuff of the, out of the way of this, like the stuff that we really don't need to keep repeating ourselves on. I'd rather do it right now. I'm going to give her just a second here. I want to get into the second part. All right, let's get into this other part here. Get your pen and paper out. If you ladies want it, I will send it to you. I'm gonna say it on the live, and I'll resend it to whoever didn't get it. On Friday, going back to Tawny Lewis, and I think she was the only one. If Tawny's running wherever she draws in this order, we're not gonna hold her and her team to a dead 6 o'clock start. I'm hoping that she can get there 6:30. Yeah, let me go. I'm going to keep going on this, Faith, and then let me go back to that. The chat must be coming in delayed, and I really don't know how long to wait. I got everybody just looking at me, and yes, Sue, that's it. I'm not gonna hold that team credited for that, and be like they're on a time frame and they're not here in 10 minutes. They forfeit their whole next round. They already told us what was going on. I'm hoping Tawny can get there 6:30. If it's 6:30ish or whatever, I'm gonna be fair in that. I don't really see them being real late. I'm not even real concerned that we're going to have any issues getting 2 rounds in on Friday. Not with the change format. Doing race to 3 now and the Scotch doubles, best of 3 in the singles. It's definitely going to speed up. But Friday, okay. So Tawny is letting everybody know in the chat right now, kind of where she's at. If it was Tawny or anybody else involved in this tournament, it would be the same. I am going to be fair on that. Believe me, she's really ripping and roaring to go, just like the rest of you, to get to this tournament. I think it's her second or third time playing in it. So on Friday, this is the part you want to write down. On Friday, we are going to start at 6 o'clock, and I put ish on my paper. Haha. The doors are going to open at the clip that day. I think they're normal business hours. They don't open till 4. I'll go ahead and open them up a little bit earlier than that. Tables are already going to be set up. I took a personal vacation day that day just for all of you girls. And plus, I had to because there's a lot to get set up there. Checking tables, things of that nature, making sure that everything's ready to rock and roll. I'll shoot out a text message. I know some of the girls, I think from Clinton, came down, and I think they walked in like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It might have been 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I think they took a day off of work themselves. Oh, she said she's going to be there. My team will be there by 6, so it's just Tawny. So yeah, I'll shoot out a message if that's any earlier. Otherwise, you guys can pretty much bank on that it'll be 3 to 4 o'clock range. We'll be opening up the doors, and we'll be starting right around that 6 o'clock mark. Playing 2 rounds. On Saturday, we will be opening at 9 a.m., and we're going to start right around 10 o'clock. And we need 5 rounds in. I'm starting it just a little bit earlier, as long as the format and the change to the score sheets runs the way that I've got it planned, and I've calculated some things, and I'm not going to say I'm going to be 100% right. I should be allowed to give you girls some breaks, and I'm sure that's going to make some of you very happy. We have not been successful in that category. Some of you that have already played, it's been from one match to the next, to the next, to the next, and I know it's tough and it drags you down. I am going to do my very best to give you girls some breaks. If you guys wanted to even leave the place for 20, 30 minutes or whatever the case may be. So on Saturday, we're opening up at 9. We're going to start right around 10. We are going to go full 5 rounds. If that finishes up in a reasonable amount of time, you guys are going to get a lot of rest on Saturday. If not, we will run it up until we're closed or we complete our 5 rounds. On Sunday, it's just another repeat, and we're going to open back up again at 9, and we're going to run, and we're going to start it right around 10, and then we're going to play it until it's finished. That's the next 2 rounds. I will have tiebreaker literature involved in this. It will probably be, don't quote me on this, I'm going to talk to a couple people about this. Play the team portion part again, stuff like that, because as you guys know, in round robin, the ones that have played, the scores are not going to be public. It was recommended to me a long time ago when I started playing around with round robins, and I'll tell you how it kind of goes, is that when a team is down and out, that the pool players have ruined it down south and other places. I'm not picking on anybody down south, but it was good advice by some of my closer friends down there. They said, Peach, what happens is that when a team is getting beat badly and they play another team that they're buddies with, that they toss off, and and I hate to even talk about it or know that it even exists in this game, but that's basically why. Now we are streaming, so most of the matches are going to be streamed, so obviously anybody can go back and watch it. I will not have, let me see if I can point at this thing, this score thing right here that we're seeing, I will have my son take that off, okay? And I know that people on the stream, they're going to be asking, what's the current score? And I'm not going to be giving it. You guys have it on your score sheets. Everybody has score sheets in this, and they get handed to me. You have Team A, Team B, and they agree on the score that everything on there is correct. You hand in one sheet to me as the tournament director. I put it in a file, and it's locked away. I calculate it at the end. I don't sit there and count it up, and I don't have the girls who come up there and talk to me like I got a favorite out there, and I'll be like, hey, team so and so. They got 8 that last round or 4, and I'm not that guy. Round robin, I've known defaults to match score in all time. Yeah, Chris. So we all know what happened at that very first one, and you guys made a decision and kind of trumped the tournament director, which was me, and I had no problems with that. You guys were in a. There was 3 teams that tied for first place. I think we were still there at. I don't remember the time, but it was too late for a Sunday, and they're like, Peach, we're taking first, second, and third, and throwing it all together, and we're dividing it out in thirds, and we're going home, and it was fine. I I made a lot of changes to this, hoping that that will never become a scenario again. And to be fair, that one was based on even numbers for a score. I have changed the event. There's 11 total points, so it's an odd number. It kind of eliminates that scenario from happening. Is it still a possibility? Heavens, yes, it is. But with the even, it was a higher percentage to happen. And in the very first one, there was 10 points up for grabs. Now there's 11. It was 1 a.m. Thanks for pointing that out, Chris. Listen, I know that I've been through a lot of failure in this. I'm the first one to always say I'm not perfect. I really enjoy. Everybody asks me all the time, like, why I even got involved. And it's not this tournament; it's all these tournaments that I throw now. And I said, with Colton getting older now and stuff like that, like I want to spend as much time as I possibly can with him and be on his pool teams and whether it's Scotch doubles or whatever and have a blast with him, or even if Allie would just play a little bit more. No worries, Peach. Um, I went on this journey with a great buddy of mine, a great friend that has this building, and he came to me with this idea and knew how big our family was in the pool. And I was like, let's do it. And he goes, I need you to run it and run it right. And I go, so that's my commitment to him and his wife. And they've treated me very well. And I'm forever grateful that to be a part of their family. And not to mention their staff. As most of you guys all know, this place is equipped with maybe not the best food in the entire world, but it's got to be pretty dang close. It's very clean, very well organized. All the staff up there is very good at what they do, and we work together as a team, and that's what makes us successful. So, and I'm not going to keep going on and on about that right now. But let me see what else I got for you. Before I do the draw, Faith. I know. Go ahead and send me all the hearts and likes and everything right now and say, Peach, it's all reverse. Right here is the whole round robin thing. I've actually got a screenshot of this. This is just wrote down because this is how I do it. Then I go to my computer over there and I type it all out and I put it on a spreadsheet. This will not change. This is a standard 10-team round robin format. It is standard. So in round 1, 2 verse 1, 3 verse 10, 4 verse 9, 5 verse 8, 6 verse 7. And it just keeps rotating from there. I'm not going to go through every one of these right now. I'm going to take a photo of this after I do the draw. And then you guys are going to, I know what you guys are all going to do. You guys are going to sit down and be like, okay, we play so-and-so in round 6. We play that other team that we were looking at. We play them in round 8. You guys can do that all you want. I like that we're going to do the draw right now. I can't change it. I'm going to do it live right here in front of you. And I'm going to write your name on this sheet. And then I'm going to take that over to my computer. I'm going to type it. Faith, are you ready? I'm going to go slow. All right, let me go through all these chips. I got my handy little bag here for some of you drinkers. I'm sure you guys know what that is. I tried to reverse that. I didn't really want that on the stream, but oh well. It's a nice little purple bag. It was given to me as a gift. I did not do anything with what came in that. All right, I'm going to go through them one by one here real quick. I think this will work. It's reversed, but that is Chalk Tui. We have Sam's Club. We have Billiard Babes. We have We Do Not Care. We have Off the Rail. We have Dream Team. We also have Clyde's Gals. We have Pockets. We have 6 Girls, 9 Balls. And last and not least, Lady Legends. Lady Legends. Here's all the chips right here, all 10 of them. Here's my empty bag. And there they go. I'm going to put them in there. I'm just going to shake them up, mix them around. When I draw the first one out, it'll be number 1 on the list, and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pretty simple. So I am going to go a little bit slower, Faith, because not only do I have to draw it, here. Let me get this like this. I'm trying to keep is that better? I'm kind of getting back. Here they all are in here. I'm going to draw them out. I'll go slow because I got to write them down too, Faith. So the first one out of the bag, who is it? It's going to be number 1 is Sam's Club. Sam's Club is number 1. May your arm be steady and aim be true. Number 2. It's gonna be Chalk Tui. Chalk Tui, number 2. Number 3. There you go, Faith. Number 3, Clyde's Gals. I'm writing these down too. Number 4. Number 4 is Lady Legends. Lady Legends is number 4. Number 5 is the Dream Team. Number 5, Dream Team. Number 6. That phrase is from Pool Hall Junkie. Yeah, there you go. That's a great movie. Number 6, Pockets. Pockets, you're number 6. Number 7, 6 Girls, 9 Balls. 6 Girls, 9 Balls. You're number 7. Number 8, coming up. Off the Rail. Sorry about that. Off the Rail. You are number 8. Two more to go. Number 9. We do not care. We do not care. You are number 9. And the last one. Yep, it's in there. I think you know who you are. We got Billiard Babes. Billiard Babes, you're number 10. Okay, so there's your draw. I'm going to go back over them one more time. Number one. Oops, I just clicked the mouse. I hope that didn't mess anything up. Okay, it looks like we're still live. Going back over it again. The girls round robin, the team number that we drew right here on the live. Number 1 was Sam's Club. Number 2 was Chalk Tui. Number 3 was Clyde's Gals. Number 4 was Lady Legends. Number 5 was Dream Team. I'm looking for my glasses. Number 5 was the Dream Team. Number 6 was Pockets. Number 7 was 6 Girls, 9 Balls. Number 8 was Off the Rail. Number 9, We Do Not Care. And number 10 was Billiard Babes. Is there any questions for me? I want to know if the glasses make me look smarter. I know my wife is going to watch this stream. Let me readjust this a little bit. I'm going to wait just a few more minutes for any more questions that come in. All right, well, I'm going to be signing off here very shortly. Once again, thank you. Perfect. Thank you, Faith. I do the best I possibly can. Sorry, I'm not the best looking thing on camera, but I got 18 people staring at me. You know how weird it is to sit here and talk on a stream and you're by yourself and in the kitchen. Colton just rolled his eyes at me and he's like, I'm going upstairs. He ain't gonna sit here and listen to this. I'm really hoping that now that I'm changing things every year about the event. I know this is probably a little bit out of the ordinary on how most tournament directors would run their tournament. I'm a learn as you go guy. I don't know if this is the right way, like doing the draw like this way or going over the rules. I feel that it's useful. There's a lot of times when I go to tournaments around, we travel all over. Colton talks too much. as you guys know, he's far from talking too much. He's just like my dad, and I know my mom and dad will be watching this too. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm bouncing the camera. My mom and dad will be watching the stream, and I tell everybody this. It's real simple about him. I go, until you meet my father, you will never understand Colton. My dad is very calm and collective, and my mom is bubbly and talkative like me, and that's where I get it from. Thank you, Mother. And my dad is everything's coming to an end, and he's the last one to get excited. That is where Colton must get it. It's the only thing that makes any sense. And we just now started getting him smiling a little bit more. So for my Iowa people, if you remember, you guys all thought that was funny when he was 10 years old and 11, and he was winning the juniors and stuff out there. And like, oh, look, it's so hilarious. He don't even smile. And I'm like, and Colton is a little clown, and he held it with him forever. And finally, we're starting to see the smiles come out of Colton. We need to keep that. Appreciate all your hard work and time that you put in. Appreciate that, Tawny. This year will be even better. I 100% agree on that. All right, so if there's no more questions for me, I'm going to sign off. Going back over what I just talked about, don't worry, Faith and the rest of you. I have it all wrote down right here in front of me as well. I'll be sending it to that group text. Give me about an hour. I'm looking up at the time behind me. I'm going to go in my office, and I'm going to write this stuff out. And then I'm going to take it to the computer. It'll all be on a spreadsheet. And like I told you guys earlier, it's all about push go, pay up. You guys know what all the payouts are, and looking forward to seeing all of you. It's going to be a lot of fun. There was a lot of great pictures, a lot of great videos. I was actually just showing Chris a video that she shot, and it was all the girls down in the basement. There must have been, oh Lord, there had to be 20 to 30 just in that basement alone, and they were all singing their favorite song and having the time of their life. And that's what makes me happy about it. You know what I mean? It's what it's all about. I understand we're there to compete. There's a lot of friendships here. I do realize that, but rest assured that when you're on the table, that you guys will be serious, and I know almost all of you, and know you guys are gonna really. There it is, Caroline. That's right, Chris. That was an awesome video. you you were going around with the magical mic, and you had them all engaged, and it's cool. I'm hoping to see 2 or 3 more videos like that out of this one. It's gonna help us grow. It's gonna get the word out here. This new streaming stuff here on YouTube. It's gonna really be helpful for us in our business, getting it more public. I probably won't be doing any more Facebook stuff, and I'll tell you where I'm at with that. If you girls still want to bring your phones, I will have. I could mount up. I got ways that I can make that work. I'll give you guys plug-in adapters, or at least access to it. And if you guys want to do your Facebook Live and stuff, I'm cool with that. I will be fair. I have not heard it from anybody that they do not want to be streamed. I've only ran into 2 situations, and I've done a ton of Facebook Lives where I was asked not to stream a player. And if that, I do have to honor that. If that were to happen, I'm hoping it doesn't. So yeah, just be fair to everybody. If you're going to do a Facebook Live, I know you guys are all probably pretty much friends. I read through all the messages you guys sent. So there's a lot of friendships here, and yeah, it's going to be cool. All right, girls. Well, as long as I can still remember how to sign off, I am signing off. This is the Peach Pit Live. This is your event, the Girls Round Robin, Mosconi. And see you all on Friday. Thank you.